G'day everyone, Professor Maple here. We're back on Maple's World. We're here at the terminus of the South Tunnel. As you can see, it ends right here. The orange section from last episode is way, well, I say way off in that direction. Relatively close, actually. It's just beyond, I think, that bit of basalt delta there. In fact, this might be the same basalt delta biome that we're in currently that connects over there. So it's not super far. But we did need more glass for it, so that's why we did last episode the way we did it. And then here we have the connection tunnel to our future Froglight farm. And if we fly along here, and it is a good 1,600 blocks or so. But here you can see a few rockets later, and I say a few. It's been like a handful of rockets. We've got ourselves our bastion remnant here. I've put the magma cube spawner in a bunch of soul sand so I don't accidentally mine it when I uncover it. So it's shovel-based blocks instead of pickaxe-based blocks, so that I don't break it. But that's to keep the magma cubes from spawning while I'm working in the area. They weren't too bad when I was taking the lava out of here, but still, if I'm working directly under the spawner, I don't want them spawning at all. So we've got that. So this will eventually, this episode, become our Froglight farm. We've got some supplies here. We've got a few more to come in. Actually, you know what? I've got some to drop off. Some there. And what's in here? We'll probably be good with what's in there too. But what I want to do for the first part of this episode is actually over at our original base. Alright guys, so we're back at the base here, and as you can see, it's a very colorful base. For those of you who haven't seen it before, we've got lots of different colors kind of commingling and stuff, and it's very much like a Settlers of Catan base. We've got hexagons that provide resources, but one thing you'll notice, we've got our brick hex here. We've got our lovely clay supply. We've got our sheep hex here with our sheep and our other livestock, but the sheep are more numerous than the rest of them, so it's still sheep hex. Unless you're playing the Settlers of America version, in which case it's a livestock hex. That's fine too. We've got our desert hex. We've got our wheat hex here with our lovely, lovely tractor. I'm so proud of that tractor. That turned out great. But yeah, we have our lovely cornflowers here. And then we have this spot. These two hexes here, where there's nothing. And of course, you know, there are seven? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 5 resources and 6 hex types in Settlers of Catan. I swear I can count. But we're missing our ore, our mountains, and we're missing our lumber or our wood for our forest. And I think given the recent events of the creator of Settlers of Catan having passed away recently, I found out on Twitter there was an official mention from Settlers of Catan on Twitter that Klaus Teuber has passed. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna build up our mountain hex today, and we're going to dedicate this hex to Klaus Teuber in his memory. So, because without him, I wouldn't have stumbled upon inspiration for this base until much, much later, and I would have done something completely different until then. And I also had spent a lot of time in university playing Settlers of Catan. Well, not when I was meant to study or anything like that. When I had free time, but yeah, I owe a lot to that game and Klaus Teuber, its creator. So I think it's fitting that we dedicate this plot of land here, this hex, and the resources going into it to Klaus Teuber. So yeah, we'll get started on that now. So I did a bit more work than I was expecting to. Just kind of I got in the groove and did more than just the outline here, but the outline wouldn't have been that interesting anyway, so it's just as well. But we've got the start of our mountain here. We've got a bunch of stone. I'm not great at like gradients or anything yet, but I might try to texture it a little bit just to make sure it's not all just blah gray stone. But here we have this little tunnel bit here going through here, and then it had to go to the jump pad, so I had to make sure that we had some room to not bump our head on that. And then I decided going through here that this kind of could open up into a little mining area. I was going to have it further up, but I just figured this just lends itself so well, and we can have a big open space if we really want to here. So I'm taking the grass out of slowly. I'm waiting for it to spread, and so it's not all dirt, because I've got lots of dirt. I don't have lots of grass, especially after some of the nether tunnel projects I've been working on. Grass is in shorter supply than I thought it was, even though I've got the Silk Touch farm over there that I don't really use. I could use it. It's there. I just kind of forget it's there until I'm doing something else. But yeah, here's what we've got. I've got a little sort of, I'm not sure if you can hear that, but my stomach's growling. It's lunchtime. But yeah, we've got this sort of flattish area here that I think I'm going to keep flattish. And we're just going to kind of do something with that. You'll see in a little while once the main shape of the mountain is in. And then we've got this area which is going to kind of spire up. We're going to have sort of two peaks to this mountain. One shorter peak and one sort of a larger, more rotund, but still peaky peak. And then I think I'm going to fill this in here. Make it a little flatter as well, just kind of like give a spot for maybe like a, I don't know if we get goats and put goats on the mountain, that would make sense. I'd have to go ways to get goats, but I could do it. And then we also have I want to feature there's my stomach again. I want to feature an oak tree, just like every of these hexes has a tree on it. Even the desert hex has a palm tree, and I figure the mountain hex has to have a tree on it. So there's going to be an oak tree or an azalea tree or something, one of the two on here. Not very big, I don't think, but because oak trees aren't really like endemic to mountains, really. Is endemic the right word? I think that's the right word. Editing me will put on screen whether that's the right word or not, or what the right word is if it isn't. And it's nighttime here, but yeah, we'll put an oak tree on here somewhere, and I want to have a waterfall coming down kind of the backside here. This water source I was using to just like hydrate crops when I was building the wheat hex, and I was just kind of using that because I couldn't use the space in the wheat hex for an infinite water source because that's where I was building. And then I just kind of left it here while I was putting this in. And so now I've decided it's got to stay. I might make it bigger. That might be a thing. In fact, that probably will be a thing because I could maybe even make like a stream going through the back here. A little mountain stream. Like a waterfall comes down the mountain into the pool here, and then stream maybe goes that way. That'd be kind of neat. We don't have a lot of room to put too much detail in there, but we can make it work. But yeah, that's the plan. I think we're doing well here to get that in. This is kind of a little rambly, but we'll get this in here, and we'll see what comes out of what we've got. Okay, so I think I've got the final shape ready for Mount Toiber here, guys. This is it, right here. We've got a few indents with some stairs in there. We've got lots of stairs on the edges to make it look less square. And if we look at all the other sides here from different angles, we've got a little ledge up there with the snow perching on top of that. We've got another angle over here. That might be a bit far. We've got a little bit of greenery. We've got a water source right there, so it makes sense that there should be greenery somewhere nearby on this mountain. And then we've got this side over here. We've got a flat spot that I'm not sure how I want to light it yet, because lichen is not the most luminous thing, but it might work. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, that's where we are currently. I think I'm gonna try texturing. I don't know about gradients. I'm not sure if I'm confident to do a full gradient here yet, but um, we'll try texturing with some andesite, and we'll see how that goes. All right, and here is our mountain now texturized. The andesite's a lot more subtle than I remembered it being. So I've used it in a few spots here, but here and there, or there and here, depending on what you prefer. But yeah, it's turned out nice. I put these dead bushes here in this little patch of coarse dirt just for a little bit of a different color, because it's a lot of gray. It's a lot of gray, even with the andesite kind of lightening up patches of it, little blobs here and there. There's a lot of gray on this build, so. Oh, and you know what? I should replace that. I don't have the stone on me. But here we have our oak tree, our custom mountain oak tree. If you see kind of deciduous trees on the sides of mountains a lot, or at least in media, they're not usually very straight. So I decided to make this one kind of bent a little bit, like it's been bent by the wind, trying to shear it from the face of the mountain here. But we've got another pop of color down there with the grass, and of course we've always had this pop of color from the water here. Well, yeah, things are shaping up. I did also do a little bit of texturing. Whoop. Maybe that's why we shouldn't have goats here, is because they'll do what the turtles did and kill themselves on the bouncy thing here. Because if they don't move, they'll just keep going up and down infinitely till they're dead. Although they take less fall damage, so maybe they wouldn't be affected as badly or at all. I don't know, but I don't want to find out. But anyway, we've got the path textured here, and I've done a little bit of the inside here. I'm not happy with this. I think I need to do another pass of the interior of the mountain. I also need to hide the way up there part. It's not meant to be quite so hollow looking. But I have the general vibe going here. I want deep slate near the bottom as like a layer. I want ores in here. I want more ores on the walls, probably. I've got lots of ores to put on the walls, so I can do that. I want a minecart, maybe moving in and out of here somehow, somewhere, with redstone probably. But I need to do a second pass of this when I've got a bit more inspiration to do so. But this will do for now. Okay, I think we've got what we need here. I think this is complete. Mount Toiber is complete. Our mountain hex, as you can see, I put some copper in to kind of give a little bit more color to the mountain in places. I've lit everything up. All the lichen is in. Even that spot from earlier is over there, and we have some insides as well. As you can see, I've added some ores, some lovely, lovely ores. I went and found some dripstone. I had to go to a jungle with like 3 wrecked ships that were just beached. And I say beach, there wasn't really much of a beach. They were just on the sides of hills. So that was interesting. But yeah, I found this thanks to Chunk Base in an underwater cave in the jungle, and we've got a little dividery bit here. This little support thingy that just divides the room up a little bit, makes it a little more interesting, as well as I've got that little mound to give it a bit of height variation in here, because we need more, just like in dance, you need a variation in levels of height, which is, it's kind of weird that applies to both Minecraft builds and dance, but it does. It's I guess it's just the truth of needing variation in there. So we've got some this iron ore here is actually part of the outside wall too. So I was able to texture 2 things at once, which is great. We've got some more copper for color. We've got some lovely ores down here. I didn't put as many ores in the walls as I maybe thought I wanted to at first, but now that it's in, I think the amount is actually quite good. And over here, got a little mound of iron ore. I didn't end up setting up redstone for the minecart because it'll probably go in and out as people move in here. And by people, I mean just me, because it's a single player world, of course. But just anytime I'm in here, I kind of just bump the cart and it ends up over here somewhere. And then on my way out, I just kind of nudge it back. Oop, I said nudge it back. Nudge it back? There we go. There, I nudge it back. And yeah, so we've got that. And now it's time for our weekly segment. Oh gosh, if only I uploaded weekly these days. Now it's time for our episodical. We do this once an episode. This is time for Have I Eaten One of Those? And basically, for those of you who aren't aware of what that is, this shulker box contains things that I might not have eaten, but I'm not certain about that. So if I've got it bound to Q here. If I press Q, we go to the husbandry tab. We go down to a balanced diet. We've eaten 36 things. 36 things. Did I increase it recently, or is that an accident? Maybe eating. I've eaten golden carrots recently, so maybe that's a thing. But anyway, so we've got 36 of 40 things. I need to figure out what those last 4 things are, and it's any of these things except the golden carrots. Those I've eaten now. So I think what we need to do is, I don't know if that came through, but just had a car go by really loud. That's great. Anyway, I think we're gonna try. Let's see, we're underground, so let's try an undergroundy thing. And so that's the baked potato, that's the carrot, or that's the beetroot. They all grow underground. I don't remember if I've had a baked potato. I must have had a carrot at some point. I'm gonna go with the beetroot though. We're gonna try that. So beetroots. Have I eaten one of those? Oh, these things really don't fill your hunger up too much here. Let's find out. Have I eaten beetroot? I have eaten beetroot. I've eaten one of those. And I'm just collecting one last ingredient here, and I thought I'd just highlight, I haven't actually played around with the powder snow yet, but look at this. Everything goes, you hop in, everything goes dark. You get the shivers eventually. Everything gets snowy. Ugh. Ugh, I don't like this too much. I'm not a big fan of the cold myself. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I need to get out of here now. There we go. F5 is not your friend in powder snow. It's easy to get lost. But yeah, I think with that we've got our last ingredient for our Froglight farm. Okay, so I've done some work here, and here's what we've got. To the left, we've got the AFK area. Safe little box here made out of the. Oop, if I can get in. It's so safe that no one can get in it. But yeah, here we'll be able to watch the magma cubes fall to their doom into the pit that I have removed all the lava from, and it goes all the way down past the soul sand into netherrack territory. And we're using the pixel rifts design, by the way, here, so you can see there's the powdered snow that I just showed getting. That's sitting a block up in the air so that the frogs don't freeze to death. It's just anything medium magma cube sized or bigger that will freeze to death if it touches it, so that's good. We've got our temporary staircase here. This will all get shoveled away once the frogs are in the farm. We've got a normal staircase here to take us over to the item collection area. I didn't want to have to try and move items up through lava or something, so since I already had a lot of this sort of cleared out with gravel, I just cleared out a little bit more space here. And as you can see, we've got the Impulse SV item sorter, link in the description to both that and the Pixel Riffs item, or the Froglight farm design, the whole thing. I'm not going to show how I built it on camera because that's something you need to watch Pixel Riffs video to find out. Or in the case of the item sorter, Impulse SV's item sorter video, both of which again linked in the description. So we now just need to pop that on the track. It'll go around. It'll collect anything above it on the platform above. Is all going to be where the Froglight poops go. Yes, the frogs poop out the Froglights when they eat the magma cubes, so it's technically poop. And then we've got the item sorter down here. We've got 3 for Froglights. I'll set up the filters once I actually get Froglights. We've got 1 for magma cubes. I could technically fill up the filter now. Well, not like right now, but like soon. And then we've got 1 filter that's just kind of like spare. It's not going to filter anything for now. It's already got a golden sword in it. So it'll be overflow unless things change and I need to filter an extra thing out of there. Now I did not spawn proof the rest of this area, so we do get spawns here still. And I'm just gonna toss that arrow in there because I don't need that arrow. It can go in storage for a while. I don't really care. It's probably going to end up in one of my filters and I'll have to fix that later, but that's fine. So yeah, now all that's left is getting the frogs in. Okay, this might be the most frogs I've had of different colors in one place ever. So let's see how this goes now, shall we? First test is this corner. They seem to navigate that, no issue. And getting them through here, okay. Oh, we lost one. There we go. Oh, we lost another one. Another couple. All right. And after about 15 minutes walking, we are here. It's just a matter of getting them all through. I think we've got them all. Oh. All right. Welcome to your new home, everybody. Oh, we already got a couple in the farm already. Okay. Oh, some of them are taking a little bit of fall damage, but that's fine. Come on, froggies. Oops, I almost fell in again. Okay, now we just gotta... Oh. Now we just gotta convince these ones to... Come on. Oh, nope, nope, nope. You guys stay down here. Okay, we're gonna need leads. We're gonna need leads for this. Is this the last one? I think so. Okay. All right. Come on, froggies. Get in the farm. Oh, we got more up there. Come on. Hop down. Oh, good boy. Or girl. Or other. Good frog. Okay, let's get you down here. Okay, and if I come back up here, got one. Okay, cool. Now we just have to dig all this soul sand away before they flop away. Oh, without the... Oh no, this is potentially not good here. Okay. Okay, that's the thing I have to watch out for. Don't spleef yourself. And make sure the frogs end up in the farm alive. Those are the two things. Okay, looks like they're not dying, which is good. Now I just have to get this soil out of here. Oh, and we've got one straggler, of course. Of course. You know what? You get to hang out here. I don't think I can get you down in there now. All right. There it is. We've got frogs. We've got them eating magma cubes coming from this spawner. We've got froglights coming out. I've got some filters I need to fix. And that's it. But I think from here we're gonna end it. So if you enjoyed it, leave a like, leave a subscription. Have a good now, have a good later, and we'll see you next episode for more of whatever the heck we get up to. Goodbye. Mlam, 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 mlam.